there's any tight spots in your body, those are part of what we're focusing on today. So the image we're working with today is imagining that our body is made of a bunch of pipes. And perhaps for various reasons, parts of these pipes have been kind of plugged up a little bit. So this might be physical, something physically going on, or a past injury that makes a certain pipe not really want to move for you, not really want to have the water flow through it very well. It might be on different levels too. Energetic changes, like the energy of the pipe suddenly got squeezed a lot smaller. And so to force the same amount of water through takes a lot more effort. Maybe it's emotional blockages, kind of just plugging it right up. So as you're scanning through the body, just notice if you can find any of those pipes that might want some attention. In our practice today, my hope is to cover a lot of these major pipes of the body, covering stuff from the neck, shoulder, arms, down through obviously core. We always hit that in Yogilates, down through the legs, ankles, feet. And so our hope is to help make it so that all of our pipes feel a little bit more clean, like the water can pass through it just a little bit more easily by the end of class. So what we're going to do to help that out is anytime we take some strengthening things, we imagine how that helps our joints getting more lubricated, more willing to move. And then when we head to stretches after that, we have long, slow breaths, like we're trying to feed some water through and just kind of pump some of that pipe clean. So that's the image we're working with today. So to begin, let's start to take our knees into the chest. So place a hand on each knee, start to let there be some easy rocking left and right. Check in with back, check in with hips. Just notice how these areas are speaking to us right now. Beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is start taking some bicycles. These bicycles are meant to help the joints surrounding hamstrings. So you could have hands clasping around the knee that you're not using, or you could have hands to ground. It's your choice. When we straighten, say, right leg up to sky, we're getting all the way up to the point where we feel a little bit of stretch, and then circle all the way down, like hovering above ground before it comes back in. And then left leg up, to lower, and come in. So this is a good class where you can choose your pace. You can go nice and slow. I'll take it the slower, easier route today, but you can also go a lot faster. But see if you can at least have a little bit of that sensation of joints waking up for us, just a little bit more. The breath's already flowing, helping us to lubricate those joints. Good. So let's take another 3, 2, 1. And then allow left leg to drop all the way down to ground, releasing to floor. Right leg takes its first stretch up to sky so we can feel that hamstring now get a chance to have some fluid flush through the pipes, or in other words, slow, deep breaths, kind of massaging the pipes. So this class will be a little bit more with more stretches in between our different joint mobility things. These little stretches will help us out, help those pipes, help everything flow good. So on this hamstring, let's take maybe 3 more breaths. One more good inhale. Exhale. We're going to take right ankle to left thigh, but for this first one, left foot stays on the ground. So hands are on the floor by the hips. With just that one foot on the ground, we're going to try to do some bridge poses from here. So just 5. So inhale, roll the hips up. Try to keep hips level with one another. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, 4. And down. 3. 2. Last one. When you rest back down, take a moment with the figure 4 stretch, hugging around left. Slow, easy breath cycles. Just imagine each breath cleans the pipes a little bit better, especially in the spots where the stretch is intense. That's the spot that wants and needs to be cleaned at this place. One more huge inhale. Exhale. Keep the ankle up. Left foot goes back to floor. So right arm reaches out to the right side. Left hand is behind the head. And we're going to take some crunches like that. So left elbow up toward as close to that right knee as you can. And then back. Exhale. Inhale down. So this upper body becoming a little bit more activated. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Good. As head rests down, you can release the hand. Keeping that ankle up, one more pose. We'll first let the knees rock a little bit to the right in this unit, and a little bit to the left. Feel this easing all around that hip area. So take 3 or 4 cycles, tilting to each side. The next time you're tilting to left, stay. Let our breath help to clear out some of the tight pipes through the outer hip, outer thigh. Just enjoying 2 more deep, slow breaths. Start to release. We can uncross the ankle, take the knees back into chest, press on knees, a couple of rocking moments. Just check in, like we can compare it back to the beginning of class. How is this part doing? Good. We'll do all that stuff again so we can get the second side. So starting off with those bicycles, help help yourself feel the joints, imagining that they're becoming a little bit more lubricated. Choose the pace that works. Maybe you're a little warmer, ready to go faster, or maybe you like that slow, steady pace. So I'll count 3 more at my slow pace. It's obviously fine if you're going faster. Here's 3. 2. Last 1. Let the right leg have an extension up, lower all the way down to drop on floor. Left leg up to sky, easy hamstring stretch. Take another good inhale. Exhale. Left ankle comes to right thigh. Right foot's on ground. This first part is for the bridge pose. So hips lift up, 5. Try to keep hips level and lower. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, so now we've got the figure 4 stretch. Right around left. Another good inhale. Exhale, hands release. Right foot back to ground. Left arm to left. Right hand behind the head. And we're taking that half crunch, right elbow to left knee, and back down. Exhale, inhale. Let's take another 3, 2, 1. Head rests down. The legs in this unit tilt to left and tilt to right. Back and forth a few times. Whenever that feels pretty good, leave it to right. Feel some of that intensity, outer left hip. Breathe into that, clearing out the pipes there. Few more good breaths. Right. So hips back to ground, both knees into chest, a few more rocking movements, just like when we started. How are things feeling now? Good. So legs, both of them up to sky. 5 times, legs muscularly open wide, and squeeze back together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open them back out wide. Arms reach up overhead, inhale. Exhale, reach the arms through the legs, 5 crunches, and down. 4, 3, 2, last 1. As you come back down, leave the hands on the thighs, helping to weigh the legs a little bit more open for the stretching part. If ever gets intense, you can bend the knees. Straight just adds in a few more muscle groups to be stretched, so your preference. Either way, notice how the pipes on this half are doing. So in our thighs especially. Beautiful. So legs back up to sky. Bend the knees, feet to ground. Hands are on the floor by the hips. Let's go up to bridge pose, stay. From here, working on the feet for a little while. Heels lift up. Softly, heels lower down. Don't just slam it. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you rest, heels down. Now it's the hips that are bumping up an inch, lowering down an inch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower hips to ground. Once they're there, arms sweep up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. When arms return back down by the sides, hips lift up to bridge. 10. Roll back down, arms swing up. So this is adding mobility to shoulders. 9. Huge inhale when the arms rise. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Always know you can skip reps if needed. Here's 2. And 1. Beautiful. As you rest back down after the last one, bottoms of feet come together. Knees start to open like a cobbler's pose. So it's resting on the ground. From there, grab your elbows. Let your elbows rise up overhead. Feel how that arches low back a little bit. Invites belly to stretch. We'll take a circle of the elbows clockwise and then counterclockwise to help the shoulder joints out a little bit. So start to circle the elbows over to the right. That pulls the left shoulder to a stretch. Pause for a moment, setting that left shoulder at an angle that feels helpful. So I'll usually drop the left shoulder down away from left ear. And circle elbows down to belly. Over to the left. This one's right shoulder stretch. Good. Circling back up overhead. And then take one circle the other way. So circle to left, pause. Down to belly, over to right, pause. And back up overhead. One more inhale. Exhale. Arms release. Pick the knees back up. From that bent knee shape, glue the knees together, but let the right leg stick out. So knees are glued, that means thighs are glued. The right leg is out, left foot is on the floor. So inhale, we sweep our arms up to the back wall, right above head. Exhale, flap the arms like a wing through the side. Try to lift as much of the back off the ground as possible. And return. Here's 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Before we switch sides, cradle this right leg out. So it might be just hands that are supporting ankle and knee. It might be a little bit closer to elbows. Good. So we'll eventually just pause for the stretch, but before that, left knee comes in and then toes extend out right above ground. And back in, 9, and hover out. 8, 7, 6, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last one in, reach out, drop down. It's like a pigeon pose, just we're flipped on our back. Few good breaths are starting to flow.
I got one too.
Leg reaches out. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, flap and lift. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Left ankle in for the cradle hug. Absolutely fine to just use hands, maybe a little deeper. And before we settle in, right knee touches in. Heel extends out, hovering above ground. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend out, drop heel down, and just enjoy breathing through these pipes. Still hugging around that left arm. Inhale. Good. Exhale, release. We're going to work our way up to sit. If you'd like to try rolling like a ball, we can take up to 5 of those. Up and back. I like to make sure I balance for a moment at the top, so it's like my core has to catch. Good. This last one, we stay up in boat pose. If your hands want to drop to floor behind you, that'll make it easier. If not, hovering or grabbing high is fine. Getting into hip joint just a little bit before we stretch hips. Extend the toes out a little bit. Squeeze back in a little bit. So we're gonna aim for 9 more. If you need to just cut it off so early, that's okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to easy cobbler shape. Tilt your way up and over. It's not a forceful shape. It's just kind of letting gravity take over. As the muscles of the back are wanting to lengthen, that naturally tilts us further, but it's not forcing any shape. Before heading on, let's take a little twist. What we'll do is pick up our right knee, flip it over to left knee. And sometimes I separate the knees a little bit, so there's more space in between. From there, hands continue in that circle, planting all the way. If you're facing to back where it should be, hands planting all the way to the left side. Good. So feel this not only start to tilt up the back hip, but for me, it's a twist that's a lot lower in my back than other twists. Just enjoy that nice low back opener. We're going to switch back to other side. So flip open, and then left comes over to right. Hands are planted to right. Just ease into the low back, hip, and twist, stretch. Good. Using that forward, flip legs back open to cobbler. Just feel that spine melt back forward. Maybe it's a little bit more open than before. Spine up, inch the heels further forward, come back down. And for me, this one starts to ease quite a bit deeper to low back. So what I can do to help those low back muscles a little bit more is drop hands to floor, a little bit past the feet if you can. And start walking the hands just a little bit further to the right. That eases left low back to stretch. Walk back forward. Into left. Back forward, 2 more breaths. Good. Knees pick back up. Hands are behind us. Tricep dips, so fingers can point whichever way is most comfortable for wrists. Hips lift up, elbows bend, and press back straight. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips down. As long as it's easy to sit upright, slide legs forward. If you need bent knees to sit upright, that's fine too. Arms right in front of us. First, we curl the core in, tilting back just a little bit, and then sitting back up, arms lift up and down. Good, so exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay. Come to kneeling. Just take a couple of cat cows, slide rounding up and down. Just check in with the hips at the back. If there's little wiggles that will help you out, feel free to take them. 2 more breaths. Good. So taking it to plank or kneeling plank, what we're going to do is touch our right hand to our left shoulder and left hand to right shoulder. Stack it. There's 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, over the elbows. With our hands, one hand makes a fist, the other hugs around the fist. Dolphin pose, we tuck the toes, lift the hips. Walk the toes in as much as you have that strength for and flexibility. You're just going to hold this pose as long as the breath is steady. At some point, you'll feel ready to drop down to child. Some of us will be sooner, some of us later. That's okay. Just keep breathing. Fill up, take that last breath. Softly lower knees down. We've got about 3 more breaths in child pose. And head up to downward facing dog. A little bit of hip movement, knee movement, if that's nice. Let's float our right leg up to sky. Step right foot in between hands. So trying to stay lifted off the back toes. So toes are on the floor, back heel is lifted. If balance is really off, stepping wider makes it easier to stay. So you've got that little hint. From here, coming up, let the front knee be bent, arms open to each side. We'll go back and forth between hip leg things and arm things. So let's start off with arms, making a thumbs up, pump up and down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, thumbs down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, thumbs forward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, thumbs back, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms can stay or drop if you need a break. Back knee bends and straightens. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Things are burning. So we got just a little bit more. Curl the wrists in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingers pull back. Arms. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Back heel can rotate down. Now front heel lifts up and down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straighten the front leg. Take your hands to hips. If you're tilted open to the side, shorten your stance a little bit so hips can be all the way pointed forward. And then we'll take it to pyramid. So bend at the waist. You're about halfway down. Hands can walk down the thigh or shin. Maybe fingers to floor. Good stretch. That leg nice and straight. So we've got another side with all of that. Fingers start to make their way down to ground. Step back to down dog. Sometimes wiggles, movements help to reset us. You ready? Left foot steps forward. Try to keep that foot lifted if you can. Wider stance is fine. Next up. Thumbs to each side. Thumbs up. Yep. Shift the stance if you need it. Okay, pumping up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back knee bends and straightens. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We've got our wrists tucked in. Drop the hands down. Inhale up. Lift the hands back. Exhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Back heel down. Front heel lifts up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go down, straighten the leg, hands to hips. If you need to shorten stance to have hips face forward, great. And pyramid. This time, rise up. Let's step the feet together. Let's let our arms do little noodles for a little bit. So turning left, right. Also helpful for the spine, yeah. Okay. When we come back forward, take the right elbow under the left elbow. Sometimes it's just stacks of hands together. Sometimes we can do the full palm wrap. So our goal is to try to get to shoulder stretch. So we start by pushing shoulders down and then see if the elbows can lift up. That's what brings it to the stretch. So sometimes here you're finding some deep steps. Sometimes I like to tilt the head to the left and the head to the right. Whatever feels nice for that neck. Take 2 more breaths. Huge inhale, release the arms. Swing the chest open. And arms drop by the sides, a few more noodles. The shoulders more willing to be mobile. Less tightness, less stiffness. Good. As we're back forward, left elbow under, same stretch. If ever the wrap really isn't working, you can also set up a wrap around shoulders. So if you're in the wrap, shoulders down, elbows try to lift up. Maybe head goes to right, left. Two more breaths, whatever feels good. Out wide. Step wide on your mat, facing into center of room. You're welcome to kind of turn in if that helps you step wider. We'll start off with a nice hand clasp behind our back, giving the other part our shoulders. So start to clasp, bow forward, see if the arms will travel a little bit further away. And you decide how long to stay with the arm stretch. At some point sooner or later, you're welcome to drop hands down. Just finding a nice wide angle forward fold. Choose an arm position that's helpful at any point. Let's bend the knees, roll our way up. Step our feet together to top of mat. Now circle the arms through their joints, circling up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the feet back to plank. Best push-up you have 3 times. You can always lower your knees. Take 3, 2, 1. Good. Tuck your toes. As you walk your hands backwards, start to sit your hips toward heels. If you leave some weight forward, it's less intense on feet. Weight all the way up makes it a lot more intense. You've got more weight stretching the toes. About 3 or 4 breaths for the toe stretch. More inhale. Exhale, hands come forward. Little toe circles or pound the feet out. Beautiful. Let's come to sit. We don't always include the little pipes in our hands, so let's take just a little bit of time for that. We're going to take our thumbs, open it out as much as it can, and then thumb tucks in, touching as deep as it can. So that 4, and 3, 2, 1. Same with pointer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Middle finger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pinky. 5. Notice the tendon's a little different. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whole hand opening back as far as it can, and then curling into claw as much as it can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. As you release, we're going to plant the hands down, fingers pointed forward, and scoot them backwards. So that should bring us toward a wrist stretch. You'll notice the more bent the elbows are, the easier it is on wrist. The more you straighten elbows out, the deeper it is. And you can also have control over how far back you want. Find that spot where it feels pretty good on the wrist. This one's a nice stretch because there's not too much weight on it. More breath in. Out. Ease it up. Sometimes I'll do little circles for wrists. Good. Fluffing fingers down. We're going to plant the hands in either to waist or armpits. This can be tilted more forward or tilted more up. It's whatever you need to do to feel a pretty good wrist stretch in the other direction. One more breath in. Out. As we free the arms out, often it's nice to start with some circles, building up to shakes. Good. And we'll take this last minute or so to add any last stretches our body wants before Shavasana. So maybe we want to go to that low back stretch again. Really far forward cobbler, easing the spine left and right. Maybe there's another intuitive stretch our body is ready for. Just explore for a little while. Whatever feels good, whatever feels useful. Taking this minute or two to ease through any of that good stuff. Shavasana will eventually be our goal, but there's not a rush to get to it. Take your time. You're like, yes, there is. So whenever you're there, sooner or later, think of all those pipes around your body. And imagine as we take a huge breath in, it's like we're washing all the pipes from the head down to the toes. When we exhale, we're washing it back the other way from toes up to head. It's clearing out all these pipes as we go. Just letting that easy, deep breath flow. Got a few minutes just to relax here. Here we'll begin to deepen our inhales. Deepen our exhales. Introduce movements back to fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. Stretching it out like we're waking up first in the morning. Eventually taking our way to a nice fetal position on one side. Doing a few bonus breaths here, 2 or 3 good relaxing cycles. Get to a comfortable seated place when you feel ready. With hands in front of our heart. We take a moment to scan through our pipes now. Maybe the ones that felt really clogged feel just a little bit better. Things feeling more clear, heart having pumped really nicely for us. And so with this good fresh body to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we've shared together today with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.